Oh, are you filming? Alright guys, so these are my friends. We just finished our workout, did chest and shoulders, and I just wanted to start the Accutane series in a different location than I always do, which is at my house. So you can see right here, I've got this like little cyst thing going on, and I'll tell you guys about that. I did a little Whey experiment this week, and I ended up with this, so that is something that you guys will see and hear about very soon. Let's go back to the house. Alright guys, I'm back from the gym. Like I was just saying, I had just finished chest and shoulders. I drove home and now I'm recording this. So welcome to week 40 of my Accutane adventures. Now this week, I'd say it's probably one of those weeks where I either took a step back or I just kind of stagnated. You can see my face is mostly clear, again, like usual, but it has a couple problem marks. Now, I want to tell you guys about something cool that I did. I did a little bit of a scientific experiment. Of course, this is not a peer-reviewed one or a double-blind study. This is just anecdotal science. Maybe it's not even, maybe I shouldn't call it science. Maybe I'm just giving myself too much credit. I did a little experiment anyways, right? I did a little experiment where every single day of last week I had some sort of whey. You know, I either had a whey protein shake or I had a whey protein bar or something with whey in it, because I wanted to see if, now that I'm getting towards the end of my treatment, you know, my face has cleared up a lot. I wanted to see if by eating and supplementing with whey protein, I would see a difference in just a week, even while still on Accutane. And I can say that I actually literally did see a difference. First off, after 2 days of supplementing with whey, I got this little cyst. I don't know if you can still see it, but it was actually a full-blown cyst. And I know I tell you guys not to pick at them, but this morning I kind of picked at it and I kind of drained it. So it looks actually a lot better than it did. But I did get a cyst, and I haven't gotten cysts in a long time. So that was really weird for me. You know, I feel like that, for me, at least for me, that shows that if I supplement with or eat whey or dairy products, then that is going to make me break out, regardless of where I am with my acne at that point, you know, whether or not my Accutane is done or if I'm cleared up or whatnot. So I'm not going to say that taking whey is bad for you or drinking dairy is bad for you or anything like that, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm just giving you guys what I found for myself. I find that I can't do that stuff or I will break out. For you, I feel like for each individual person, you have to kind of experiment and see what does or does not work. That way you can tailor your diet around it and not have to worry about it all the time. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to one of my favorite parts of this series, and you guys already know what that is. That means I'm moving on to the fan questions. And so while I answer this first question, I'm gonna give you guys a little close-up of my face so you can kind of see where I am this week. So the first question comes from Jay Gonzalez, and he says, thanks for the shout out last week, of course, my friend. And then he asks, do you think there's a possibility that Accutane could not work, could not help solve your acne problem at all? And that's an absolute reality, an absolute possibility that I think a lot of people don't even realize. You know, a lot of people think that the Accutane treatment is the end all be all, and for a lot of people it is. You know, for I'd probably say like 95% of the people, it's gonna completely clear you up no matter how long it takes. But that, you know, there's always those people that it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So you have to like at least realize that it could possibly not work for you. Just at least be a realist about it. Don't be completely optimistic, because if, say, it doesn't work, then you're just gonna be so down in the dumps about it. You know, you've been telling all your friends you're gonna have clear skin and all this stuff, and you just need to approach it with at least a logical, you know, point of view. But yeah, there's a possibility that it could not work, so we'll see if it does for me. Now, this next question I get asked all the time, and it's reasonable. You know, it's one of the side effects that people are most scared of. It's one of the most, you know, exaggerated side effects that you hear about all the time. And Joe C asks, he says, do you ever have any trouble with your libido while on Accutane? Now, basically what he's asking is, have I ever had any trouble with erectile dysfunction, or have I had any trouble with just, you know, wanting to have sex? And I haven't had problems with either of those things. I'm just being straight up with you guys, because I feel like, you know, whether or not this is appropriate to talk about, this is information that everyone is interested in knowing, especially those people who are thinking about taking Accutane. This is something that you know, you want some real life anecdotal experience about. And I have not had trouble, you know, being horny, being sexual, you know, feeling, you know, like I normally do, and I haven't had any trouble actually performing. So for me, that side effect has never been a problem. But like I said earlier, you should always be aware of the side effects and at least be real about them. You know, at least know that they could be out there. Next question comes from Hannah J. I almost didn't realize who it was because she changed her profile picture. Changing it up on us, aren't you, Hannah J? But Hannah J asks, she says, what will you do if after you're done with the Accutane treatment, after you've cleared up, say, you know, 6 months down the line, I get a few zits and I start breaking out again? What am I gonna do? Well, if I start breaking out again, I'm gonna go to my dermatologist and hopefully get right back on Accutane. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks, you know, if he thinks it's a good idea to get back on it, and most likely he's gonna say yes. And a lot of people have to do this. A lot of people have to do a second, maybe even a third treatment just to finally get rid of it. And that's reasonable. That makes complete sense to me because, you know, after the first course, your pores have closed up, but then say over the next half year, they start opening up again. You start getting, you know, breakouts and whatnot. It would make sense to immediately take care of that problem, have a much shorter duration of treatment the second time, but then completely abolish the problem. Bruh, you better do the push-up challenge. Don't you worry your cute little cheeks about it, Miguel. I'm doing it tomorrow. And the last question comes from George, and basically what he's asking, because it's a long question, basically what he's asking is, what kind of videos are you gonna do on Mondays once the acne has cleared up, once you're done with the Accutane? Where's this gonna go? Because you know there's a lot of audience that's watching me simply just for the Accutane videos and doesn't watch me for my health or fitness videos. Now, what I plan on doing is I plan on doing this Accutane until I'm finished, of course, so I'd say probably another 6 to 10 weeks, something like that. And then towards the end of my treatment, when I really feel like my face is clearing up and we're almost done, I'm gonna start asking you guys what you want to see, because I'm gonna reserve Mondays for anything, you know, for life experiences, for acne, for dealing with self-esteem issues, for any topic. And so I think the first few weeks after Accutane will be maybe 2 or 3 videos about acne, just about all sorts of things, you know, about treating it, about how to deal with life, about how to meet people, about how to, you know, flirt with people while having acne. And then from that point on, we'll just go on. We'll see what we're gonna do. You know, it could be anything. It could be how to deal with any sort of you know, self-esteem issue, or it could be about being a better person, or it could be about being more optimistic. It could be anything, and I really want to stick to something that has to do with, you know, improving your life, some sort of, you know, helping people, you know, some sort of life coaching, something like that. But like I said, I will ask you guys about what you want to see when that time comes, so don't you worry, we're still gonna do something for everyone that watches on Mondays. Alright everyone, that's week 40. Thanks for checking out the video. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Don't forget to like and comment. And I'll see you guys next week.